6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says necessary steps are being taken to provide maximum relief to people. Finance Minister says government plans to strengthen economy by developing key sectors like agriculture and IT. Citizens continue to participate in festive activities and animal sacrifices today, marking second day of Eid al-Adha. International Day for Countering Hate Speech is being observed today. UN Rights Chief has declared suffering in Gaza as unconscionable. Super 8 round of ICC T20 World Cup will begin from tomorrow to 25th of this month. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has urged upon political leaders to collectively work for country's prosperity. In his telephonic conversation, he felicitated heads of coalition parties including PPP, JUIF, PMLQ and MQMP on the occasion of Eid al-Adha. The Prime Minister also talked to Abdul Aleem Khan, Sardar Khalid Maksi, Sardar Akhtar Mengal, Aftab Ahmad Khan Sherpao and Professor Sajid Mir and exchanged Eid greetings with them. The Prime Minister hoped that the allied parties would continue their role for the economic stability of Pakistan. He expressed the hope that they would work day and night to help regain Pakistan's lost place among the Committee of Nations. Shehbaz Sharif said all steps are being taken to provide maximum relief to the people in the budget. The political leaders expressed a resolve to continue their cooperation with the coalition government. Federal Finance Minister Senator Muhammad Aurangzeb has reiterated government's commitment to reduce expenditures and boost revenues as part of a comprehensive effort to strengthen the country's economy on sustainable grounds. Addressing a news conference in Kamalia, he said the federal government would shut down parallel ministries or departments that have been devolved to provinces. The minister said Prime Minister has already announced the closure of Pakistan Public Works Department. Muhammad Aurangzeb said the government will privatize state-owned enterprises which have been a significant drain on the national exchequer. The minister said the privatization of SOEs will help reduce the financial burden on the government and improve efficiency. The minister also announced that airport outsourcing is being completed, with Karachi Airport set to be handed over to the private sector by July or August this year, to be followed by Lahore Airport. He said the government is committed to reducing losses and burdens on the federal government, and these measures are part of a larger effort to achieve this goal. The minister emphasized that the Prime Minister was personally leading the effort to reduce expenditures and improve efficiency. The minister announced that 32,000 retailers have already been registered and will be taxed starting from July 2024. He emphasized the government's commitment to bringing other sectors into the tax net. He said the government is also focusing on compliance, plugging leakages in the system, and implementing an end-to-end digitization system to reduce human intervention, increase transparency, and end corruption. Muhammad Aurangzeb reiterated government's commitment to develop the agriculture sector, saying 41 billion rupees have been earmarked in the federal public sector development program to promote this sector. He said the government also intends to solarize tubewells, provide loans to small farmers, and develop warehouses to facilitate small farmers. He said subsidies on fertilizer, seeds, and agriculture would continue. In the IT sector, the minister said the government aims to facilitate freelancers and increase export from $3.5 billion to $7 billion. He said the government's plans and aims to strengthen the country's economy by developing key sectors like agriculture and IT. Citizens across the country continue to participate in the festive activities and animal sacrifices today, marking the second day of Eid al-Adha. This significant occasion commemorates the profound sacrifice made by Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam and Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam. The faithful are engaged in the traditional practice of slaughtering sacrificial animals honoring Sunnat-e-Ibrahimi. This ritual, which began on the first day of Eid, will continue through Wednesday, this third day of Eid al-Adha. In preparation for the celebration, civic authorities in cities and towns have implemented special arrangements for the disposal of offals and other solid waste, ensuring cleanliness and hygiene during the 3 days of festivities. The festival is traditionally marked by the slaughter of animals with the meat distributed among family members and the poor, emphasizing the values of charity and community. This is Radio Pakistan. Ambassador of Spain in Pakistan, Jose Antonio de Ore, and Honorary Consul for Spain, Jalal Salahuddin, called on Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif in Lahore today. During the meeting, views were exchanged on promotion of trade, investment, education, culture and tourism between Punjab and Spain. The meeting emphasized the need to enhance joint efforts to strengthen bilateral relations. Speaking on the occasion, Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz highlighted the government's measures to provide conducive environment for business growth. The Spanish ambassador also expressed keen interest in promoting strong economic partnership with Punjab. International Day for Countering Hate Speech was observed today, aimed at combating discrimination, xenophobia and hate speech. This year's theme, The Power of Youth for Countering and Addressing Hate Speech, emphasizes the significant role that youth can play in creating more inclusive and harmonious society. Various events and initiatives were organized to raise awareness about the impact of hate speech and the importance of promoting tolerance and understanding. Youth organizations and educational institutions across the country hosted workshops, seminars, and discussions to engage young people in dialogue about dangers of hate speech and the ways to counteract it. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over the escalating human rights violation and state terrorism in Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to the Kashmir Media Service, APHC spokesman Advocate Abdul Rashid Minhas, in a statement issued in Srinagar, urged international watchdogs to put pressure on India to ensure the fundamental rights of Kashmiris, including the right to self-determination. He said under a new wave of state oppression, Indian occupation forces have been harassing, stopping and humiliating worshippers in the territory through the use of repressive state apparatus and draconian laws. At least 17 Palestinians have been martyred in Israeli strikes on Nusayrat camp in central Gaza. Moreover, Israel's blockade on Gaza for nearly 9 months has been creating severe dearth of essential commodities, including fuel. UN Rights Chief Volker Turk says suffering in Gaza is unconscionable. In a session of the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, Volker Turk said situation in West Bank is dramatically deteriorating while Palestinians in Gaza face death and suffering. The UN Rights Chief said Israeli forces or settlers have killed 528 Palestinians in the West Bank since October. The Super 8 round of ICC Men's T20 will begin from tomorrow to 25th of this month. The first group consists of India, Australia, Bangladesh and Afghanistan, while the second group represents the United States, England, the West Indies and South Africa. The top 2 teams from each group will qualify for the semi-finals. All the matches will be played in the West Indies. And finally, the weather. Gusty windstorm with rain thunderstorm is expected in Islamabad, northeast and upper Punjab, Potohar region, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. However, hot and dry weather is likely in southern parts of the country. And now the headlines once again. Prime Minister says necessary steps are being taken to provide maximum relief to people. Finance Minister says government plans to strengthen economy by developing key sectors like agriculture and IT. Citizens continue to participate in festive activities and animal sacrifices today, marking second day of Eid al-Adha. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.